Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name's Dean. Today we are broadcasting from the back messy corner of my garage. Now you may have seen my previous videos where I'm trying to help out Apollo Support and Rescue. I've been a big supporter of theirs for about 5 or 6 years. They're really struggling right now. During COVID, a bunch of people adopted dogs, and then when people went back to work, they all got dumped. And then with the economy being like it is and everybody kind of being tight, they're not getting the donations like they used to, and they're not getting adoptions like they used to. So right now they have over 322 dogs at the rescue. So of course, when I found out what was going on, I decided to use my platform to try to help them out and get them a little extra support. Showing some of the dogs that are up for adoption. They do ship to the Northwest Pacific. So between like here in Texas all the way to Washington and a lot of stops in between, they can do delivery of dogs. And they're still in major dire need of dog food. So if y'all can even chip in a little bit. Once the funds get up to a couple $100, I go and grab as many bags of dog food as I can and take them up there to them. So if you saw my last video, I picked up a queen size headboard off the curb and I converted it into a kind of fancy dog bed. So if you haven't seen that, make sure you go back and check it out. That was a fun build. Today we're going to be taking all of this. So this was a full-size canopy bed. We're going to try to cut it up and make some log cabin style dog beds. So the first one I'm going to build is going to be the same size as the previous one because I already have a new dog bed mattress for that. So we're going to build this to fit that mattress. And then depending on how much stuff I have left over, which I'm thinking is going to be quite a bit, I'm playing with the idea of maybe building a little mini dog bed, bunk bed. So, but first we're going to see if we can get this bed built so we can make sure we get it done in time for the auction. If we have time and materials left over, then I'll look at building a little dog bunk bed. All right, let's see what we can do with this. Okay, I'm actually thinking about taking these and using those maybe as the rails coming down like this on the sides. Kind of like I did on the other bed with just a single board. We're doing it with the rails on this one. So let's see if we can make that work. This thing was built with some serious glue and some big carpenter nails. It's very crooked. It'll be all right. I just got these off my Amazon wish list for Apollo from Deb. Thank you, Deb. Man, these things are thick. They're not, oh, wow. Oh, there's 4 of them. That's why they felt so thick. She got 4 dog bowls. Awesome. Awesome, Deb. I'm actually going out there tomorrow. I'll take these out there to them. Thank you so much. More dog bowls. Wow, Deb. This is... So now we have... I guess those are big ones, and we got 4 of the smaller ones. 9, 10, 12 dog bowls. Thank you, Deb, so much. That was very unexpected. They're going to greatly appreciate this. Wow. Thank you. Are there any more coming, Deb? Should I save this footage to add more to it? So I got so much stuff over here, it's hard for me to get the camera back there where I got my table saw. Man, I need a bigger job. But anyways, I just ran this down the table saw to give a lip. So this is going to sit on here, and then my board, the large flat board that I'll use to put the cushion on top, will sit on top of that. Just wanted to hide the, probably going to use particle board or MDF, so just wanted to hide that down in here. All right, I'm gonna try to do something different with this side rail. I want it to be a little more stable because I know they're gonna be pushing and putting their heads and stuff on it. So instead of just having a single screw that holds it in place, I'm going to try to taper this end and make a round section that can actually go inside this board and then glue it in place, then screw it. So we'll see how I screw this board up, but I'm at least try. We'll see how that works. So I just stuck this in my vise and ran my hole saw down it. Now I'm going to get a different bit that's the same width of this, because if I use this, it'll have a little bit of a gap from the thickness of the blade. So I'm going to get a different bit, see if I have one that's the same width as this, and that's what I'll use. If not, I'll go ahead and use this and we'll just glue it in place. Alright, this is the side rails of the bed. It kind of has a live edge look to it. So I am going to maybe cut it down and see if I can't use it on the front of this. All right, we got the first bed built. Now we're gonna take these leftover parts and build another one. It actually was a lot more complicated than I thought it was gonna be. You don't realize how hard it is getting something that spins and curves and has bumps and grooves to cut straight and then to make sure all of them are cut straight. But we got it figured out, and for a dog bed, I think it turned out pretty good. So as you can see, we got all these leftover pieces from the bed back here, and we still have a huge section of it back here behind the camera. So the first two beds that I built, of course, are larger beds for 70, 80 pound dog to fit on there comfortably. We made a 150 and 200 pound dog get on it, but 70 pounds or smaller, or a couple of small dogs, it worked great. But what I wanted to do is build a bed for small dogs. And since we have all these leftover pieces, I thought it would be fun to build a bunk bed. And I know that may sound a little weird at first, but I'm thinking for those people that maybe want their dog next to them in the bed, they could sleep on the top, or maybe a cat can go on top. But if anything, I think it'll be kind of cute. It's kind of funny to think about a bunk bed for dogs, so that's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna try something a little different this time. I'm going to cut my 4 legs for the bunk bed first, and then maybe clamp them all together and run them down the table saw to get the grooves for the other boards to tee into. So I'm hoping that'll work out a little bit better. We're gonna give it a try and see. Dang it, I thought that was recording. I just went through a crystal clear enamel, just gloss clear coat, and clear coated over everything. Stain matched up pretty good. That was gun stock stain that I had here. I just kept matching up pieces, but that seemed to match up the closest. So you can't even tell the spots I sanded. All worked out pretty good.